Ooh, what's up, people? This is Mr. Brandon here, and this week I'm going to show you how to do a simple intro. It's really easy to set up, and you can use audio that you already have, or you can go ahead and record something new. But the synth that I'm using is the synth that I did last week, and basically when I hold it out, it eventually fades away, and I'll let you know what that sounds like. So it slowly fades out. Basically what I want to do is flip that around so that it sweeps into the intro of my track. And to do this, all I have to do is make sure that I have my synth selected, or have the synth out that I want to use. Then head over to my rack, go to the mix channel that is plugged into that synth and hit record source. Go back to my sequencer and hit Command T for Mac and Control T for PC. And hit the drop down box and select stereo input. Hit the drop down box again and go to combinator 1. Basically what this does is when I play my synth, it's going to be recorded here when I hit record. So to do this, you got to click on your synth and then arm your audio track for record. I'm going to unarm this because I don't want to record any MIDI data. So I'm going to make sure I'm all the way at the beginning, give myself plenty of room just in case I decide to go over a little bit. And I'm going to hit record and record my note. But to help it blend in better, I want to make sure that I hit the same note as a note that's going to come in at the beginning of my song, which for me is a C sharp. And I'm going to do it an octave lower than what comes in. Go ahead and hit pre and click, and go ahead and hit record just so I know how long that I'm recording. Alright, that is enough for me. I'm going to go ahead and turn off click and pre. Now I'm going to right click on what I just recorded and hit reverse clip. I'm going to slide it over just before, and I'm going to zoom in so you can see what I am doing. Oops. And you can see the little white dots on each end. I'm just going to do a slight fade out and fade in. I'm going to bring this as close as I can to that new note, the beginning note, and then I'm going to hit Option and time stretch this to give me, it's about 3 measures. Yeah, it's 3 measures as an intro, and we'll see what that sounds like. Maybe go 4 measures just to have a steady going rate. Alright, sounds good to me. Now if you already want to use audio that you have, you can start it right where your audio is going to be, which is a super short audio, so we're going to do some major time stretch on it, which might sound pretty cool. But since we already have our audio track armed, we're going to go ahead and hit record and record where the MIDI notes are and stop when the MIDI notes stop. Oops, I accidentally clicked out of that. Anyways, we don't want any of this audio there, so we're just going to cut that off. All we want is this little signal. We're going to do the same thing we did before, reversing it. Putting it right here, getting a little bit of a fade out. Keep it right in there. I'm going to hit the Alt key or Option key and drag forever. I'm going to have to zoom out so you can see what's going on. Put it on the 7, and we'll see what this sounds like. We might want to cut out some more here because this gets pretty loud right there. Drag this in, and we'll see what that sounds like. Alright, that was pretty cool, but I really didn't like how loud both of these are, so I'm going to split this in half. Create a new audio track. Drag this first half, should be right here even with this, Drag a big old time stretch on this. And this will be alright, highlight both of those. And make a time stretch, or starting at 7 because we want a 4-bar measure, and we'll see what that sounds like. Alright, that was pretty wicked. So if you want to try this out, post a video response or send me a message with a link to a video, and I want to hear what you're doing with it and see how you use it in your songs.